So we learned how to connect an LED with a battery and are also familiar with the two different types of connection. Now, why don't we build a house with LEDs? Come on! Before we begin, let's remove these connections and move the battery to this side. Perfect! Let's add the building blocks of the house. I meant the LEDs. We already have two LEDs on the workspace. Arrange them like this. And add another LED from the components library to make the roof of the house. Next, let's add LEDs to make the walls of the house. So, take LEDs from the components library, then place one on the left side and one on the right side. Now, for the door, I'll take 4 LEDs and place them on 4 corners. So, take one LED from the components library and place it here. Then place another one here. And finally, place 2 LEDs at the bottom. Excellent, champ! Let's arrange them a little bit. And yes, now it looks good. Similarly, you can make any pattern of your choice. Now it's time to light up these LEDs to make a sparkly home. For that, let's do the connections. Oh, talking about connections, did you know that all the wiring in your home is done with the parallel method? This is because if we connect everything in series, then a small break in any part of the circuit will stop the flow of current in the whole circuit. It would be a total blackout if something like that happens. We'll be connecting all the LEDs of the house in parallel too. Let's finish the connections in small steps. First, let's start with the negative connections. Connect the negative legs, which is the cathode of all the LEDs together in parallel. Yes, just like that. Wow! We finished the negative connections in no time. Next comes the positive connections. Now take a red wire and connect the positive legs, which is the anode of all the LEDs together in parallel. Keep up the good work, kiddo. You're almost there. We just need to connect the anode of the last LED and that's it. We have finished the positive and negative connections for the outline of the house. It's a little tricky, isn't it? But keep going, bud. Now we only have the door to complete. I know you're as excited as I am to finish our house. So let's not waste any time and get into it right away. We are going to do the connections for the entryway of our LED house just like how we did for the remaining portions. Let's connect the cathodes first. So, take a black wire and connect the negative legs of all the LEDs together in parallel. Excellent! Next up, yes, the positive connections of the door. So, take a red wire and connect the positive legs of all the LEDs together in parallel. The house is almost complete, but we have to connect the door with the remaining part of the house, don't we? Yes. We should do that to light up all the LEDs together at the same time. How should we do that? Well, for that, we have to simply connect one of the LEDs of the door to any one of the LEDs of the remaining part. I'll be connecting these two over here. Connect the anode of the LED at the door to the anode of the LED at the bottom right side. Then take a black wire and connect the cathode of the LED at the door to the cathode of the LED at the bottom right side. Perfect! Now move the battery closer to the house and place it here. You can connect any LED with the battery. I am choosing this one. How do we connect an LED with a battery, dear? Yes, positive to positive and negative to negative. So, take a red wire and connect the anode of any one of the LEDs to the positive terminal of the battery. Then, take a black wire and connect the cathode of the same LED to the negative terminal of the battery. That's it! We have successfully completed all the connections. Now let's make our project more vibrant by changing the colors of the LEDs. Oh, you didn't know about this, right? It's simple. You can change the color of an LED by simply selecting the LED and then changing its color on the box. We have a variety of colors to choose from. You can select any color for your LEDs from these options. There is green, yellow, orange, blue, red, and white. Change the colors of the LEDs according to your wish. Yay! We have finished our project. Now, let's check the results of our hard work. So, click on Start Simulation. Look at that, kiddo! Our house looks so jazzy. And those multicolored LEDs definitely take the cake. And that's how we create a house out of LEDs. Okay, now let's stop the simulation. Look how far we got, dear. From lighting an LED to creating a house with LEDs. Through this project, we learned a lot, didn't we? We learned about LEDs, their connection with the battery, series and parallel connection of LEDs, and finally, we learned to create a pattern with LEDs. How was Tinkercad, little one? Cool, right? You made your very first project in Tinkercad and it turned out great. Since you have Tinkercad, you can experiment a lot with it like Lily and make mistakes. Yes, make mistakes and learn from them because failures are the stepping stones to success. And it's time to wrap up, dear. I will meet you again with another awesome project. Until then, bye-bye.